Have you ever started learning something with a lot of motivation? You were too much motivated, so you went and you downloaded a lot of apps, or you bought a course, you registered in classes, in some classes, and so on. Hi everybody, hope you are doing well, hope everything is doing great. My name is Roma and I'm English communication trainer, and welcome back to my channel. Well, I believe that today's topic is going to be very interesting, because today's topic is a topic that really can change the way we work, we study, and the way we are developing ourselves, because it's going to change the mentality, the way you think, and many things. So we're going to talk about learning how to learn. Not only English learning, I'm talking about everything, because mainly I focus all the time, notably on my TikTok profile and on my Instagram profile, mostly about communication, about English language, about English and languages learning. But actually learning how to learn is not only about a language, but generally about any skill you want to learn in this life. Any skill, literally. So because actually we focused, since we were so young at primary school and before that, we focused on learning, but we never knew how we can learn. We did what professors and teachers told us to do, and we do it blindly because we're trusting these teachers. But now you are in a stage that you are not a student anymore. I mean, you are either university students or maybe you are a professional. So you have to make your way of learning. It's not taught at school. There's no teacher that's gonna come to you and tell you, oh, look, this is how you can learn on your own. No, you can figure out yourself. You have to figure out yourself. No one will tell you. That's why a lot of people are stucking. They only know what they learned at school, at university. They cannot develop themselves beyond. They cannot be learning things out of the box because they don't know how. Learning is not the same as consuming, and this is a misunderstanding to a lot of people. A lot of people, they think that consuming an information means that they learn it. No. You can watch plenty of videos about something, but when it comes to doing that thing, it's hard. Let's give an example. I'll be giving an example of a language, and I will give an example of something else. So just to go, just to try to generalize the topic a little bit. If you, for example, watch videos about swimming, okay, you know the techniques, you can see them, you can understand them, you know what you have to do, like when you have to breathe or not, how can you move, everything here, it's clear, you understand everything, right? You watched plenty of videos, but here you're just consuming the information, because if I ask you, you know, but if I ask you to swim, you're gonna fail. Even if you watch 100 videos, you cannot swim correctly from the first time, because you just consumed and you did not learn. So learning is about applying what you are watching and what you are seeing, what you are consuming, exactly. So you see the video, you go and you try it. Public speaking, for example. You see the public speaker, you see how he is moving his hands, his eyes, body language, tone, words, a lot of things. But when it comes to applying this on you when you go on stage, it's very different. So learn to present, to apply, learn to learn, not to consume. Also for English, you can watch a lot of videos, you can watch a lot of videos about grammar, about speaking, about vocabulary, about pronunciation. But when it comes to English, can you show me what you did watch? Can you tell me what you did watch? Do you remember? So this is a very major mistake. That's why people, they feel really bad about their level in a lot of skills, even though they are spending a lot of time learning, but actually they're just consuming. So the solution I can give you, whenever you have an information, you have to ask yourself, how can I use this? Because this way, you're gonna have two benefits. The first one is that you will be able to use every information you consume. Every information you learn, you'll be learning it for real because you will gonna apply it. The second thing is that you're gonna filter between the useful information and the added information that you don't even need. Okay? Because not all the informations are helpful and useful. So two things. And always ask the question, what does this information add to my life? Stop trying to learn everything at once. And this is a very major mistake that everybody is committing, notably when you are really excited about the skill. You want to do everything at the same time. For example, let's give an example of video editing, of filming. I want to learn how to learn the lighting, the video editing, the filming, like recording, photography, everything you want to do it at the same time, which is not easy and which is not possible. Because when it comes to learning something, it has steps and it has small steps every time. You learn today this, tomorrow that, and after tomorrow that. Not everything at the same time. And the same is the same going for the English learners. You want to learn you want to understand English, you want to speak it, you want to read it, you want to be able to write it, you want to be a public speaker. At the same time, you want to understand movies, everything in the same time, which is not impossible because you are getting overwhelmed. And not only were you're not really focusing on one thing, you feel bad and you feel like it's too much for you and you feel stressed. And then when the mind is feeling stressed, you're just looking for an opportunity to run away. So once you find the opportunity of being lazy and stuff, you run away and you stop learning. And you feel like, oh my god, I'm not good disciplined. I need to more efforts. I'm not talented. No. You who is focusing on a lot of things at the same time. No. Focus on only one thing. Follow only one thing. For example, I want to learn English. Let's just focus on vocabulary today and little bit of reading. That's it. Okay? I cannot be doing reading, listening, writing in the same time with in the very beginner level, and I want to do everything at the same time. It's almost not possible. And just to guarantee that you're going to be continuing, because it's a continuous learning. It's not something that you're going to learn today and that's it. It's all about time, okay? So yeah, step by step. Learn with a clear purpose. Having a purpose in life makes life easier. And having a purpose in your learning makes learning easier. For example, English learning. There's a difference between someone who is learning to travel and someone who is learning to talk with friends and someone who is learning to study in English and someone who is learning for a job interview. The plan will be different, the time will be different, the strategy will be different, and also the type of English will be different, because business English is not the same as academic English, not the same as scientific English, and not the same as general English, daily life English. So you have to know yourself. The more that you are sure and clear about what you want, the more that your learning will be easier, and it will be following a specific strategy that's gonna make your learning easier and easier. Alright? So always take a purpose. If you don't have a purpose, for example, I just want to learn English because I love it. So my purpose is to understand all American movies. My purpose is to be able to speak to an American fluently. Okay? But just link it to something. Okay, don't make it this way, like, I don't know. Okay, you want to study, for example, when I ask some of my students, do you want to work in English or what? No, I don't know, I just want to learn it. No. Do you want to go abroad? Not really, I just want to learn it. No, there's nothing something I just want to learn it. Give me a purpose why. Because there's always a purpose behind what you love. You want to show off using English? That's also a purpose, actually. You want to feel that, okay, I'm able to speak and I'm speaker and the only one speaking in my family in English. Yeah, that's the purpose. Say it. Assume it. It's okay. Just have a clear purpose. Your brain remembers what you use. Have you ever watched a video, learned a lesson, studied at school, something, and later on, after a few days, few months, few weeks, few years, you forget it? You know why? Because you just learned, you never used what you learned. You never used it. And try to remember with me something that you explained to someone, an idea, a lesson. I'm sure that you still remember it. And I'm sure that you still master it till now. So what you use is different from what you don't use. You have always to use what you learn. Speak English, speak it. If you just watch movies and you watch videos in English, yes, it's good. Your English will be better. But once you stop watching, your English will be decreasing. So if you just watching, like, your English will be stable. You will have no increasing in your level. But when you practice and you speak, you will feel that, okay, there is an improvement. So always we use, and when you use English, it's hard to forget it. But when you don't practice, it's easily to be forgotten. Okay? Remember this. It's easily. You can forget the language easily. But when you use it, it's not easily actually. Because I use it and I can feel that it's not easily to forget it. Even though I don't speak English for 3 months or 4 months, I don't forget it. But if you just watch me all the time, one day you'll forget your English. Apply what you learn immediately. Don't wait. For example, you are learning marketing and you're waiting after what you learned after like few months to prepare business or something. No. Always apply things immediately. In any way, just look for a way to apply what you are learning. All right? This is one. Let me give you an example for the marketing students, for example. You can start a page online and you can start doing marketing to an idea, to a product, to anything. And you see the reaction of people and you're applying. Try to make reels online. Try to take a brand and try to create a better strategy, a marketing strategy, and yeah, send that marketing strategy to the brand and tell them, okay, if it's working for you, yeah, try to apply it anywhere. Create the opportunity and apply in you what you do. English. Don't say that, okay, I'm learning now, I will start applying next year. No. What you learn it, apply it. You learn today 10 languages. You learn today 10 sentences, you apply them today. You learn today 5 words, you apply them today. Okay? Don't wait. Don't say, okay, I'm gonna be learning vocabulary for 2 months and I will apply it in the 3rd month. Waiting just makes you like doing a lot of efforts to recall what you did learn because you forget it. As I said in the last part, you're gonna forget it. Stop being afraid of mistakes. It's not easy to stop being afraid of mistakes. I know it's not something that I can just tell you and you can apply it directly. But it's a very long story in everyone's life. When we were children, we were afraid of committing mistakes in front of our parents because they will punish us. We were afraid of committing mistakes at school because everybody will look at you and they say, okay, you're a bad student, you don't revise, you don't know, you always look for the right opportunity to say the right answer, right? The teacher will be blaming you because you did not revise. If you're on a job interview, if you commit a mistake, they will be like looking at you this way and you feel that you lost this job opportunity. So I really understand that committing mistakes, being afraid of that, is a part of our life journey. But it's time to change it. Okay? I know that before we were afraid because we were not we were not aware of what we are doing, but now we are aware. It's a time to change. Don't be afraid of mistakes. You're learning. You learn, you're a beginner. I mean, if you were an expert, you would be learning, like you wouldn't be learning. But if you are someone who's learning a topic, like learning a skill or something, then you have to commit mistakes to learn more and more. Committing mistakes is something normal in life. It's from that we learn. It's not something major, it's not something bad, it's very normal. Let's normalize committing mistakes, guys. Please, let's normalize this. Because it's a very bad thing when I see people that they are stuck at a certain level because they are afraid of committing mistakes in front of others, and the other people cannot even do just a tiny, they cannot just like cannot even don't know a little bit of that the others know. For example, someone who is afraid of speaking English in front of others because he thinks that the others will be judging him. I'm sure that the others cannot speak English like him. You see? Because an expert, an English learner, a linguist, someone who is expert in English wouldn't judge you because of your English level. So yeah, only losers, I'm sorry for this word, can judge people who are committing mistakes. Your environment can help you or distract you. The power of environment is very huge. It's very, very powerful. You cannot imagine how your environment can push you to be a better person and can push you to be a bad person. So, some people, they want to study, but their phone is always next to them. Some people, they want to read, but notifications are on. Some people want to learn a language, but they never speak it outside of the lesson. So how comes? How comes you can do these things with this kind of environment? So to learn something, to learn a skill, I'm always like, I don't know, I want to say skill and I say topic. To learn a skill or anything you want to learn, you have to redesign your environment. And tell me that it's impossible. Living with family, living alone, having work, having anything, you can redesign your environment. Because don't make environment controlled by others. Try to control the way you see your environment. Okay? Don't say that, oh my god, I live with family, have distractions. No. Make some time for the family and make some time for yourself. Alright? Okay. Because it's all about your time management. For example, I cannot say I'm addicted to my phone. No, you can just turn it off. Okay, in the end of the day, you are tired and your phone is always out of the charge. You can put it in the charge, turn it off, and go to study something. Forget it. Because say, okay, I'll put it in the charge to get charged, and I'll go to get charged mentally. I'll go to study something. Then after you finish that 1 hour, you go back to your phone and you turn it on. So this is how you do it. So you try to adapt yourself and your habits to what you want to reach. Because it's impossible to include new ingredients to a meal without changing the dish. Imagine, motivation is not enough. I'm sure that at the beginning when you are, over motivated, you download apps, you watch a lot of videos, you buy textbooks and whatever it's the skill it is, like either it's English or something else. And then one day, you feel that, okay, I'm not motivated today. Okay, I lost motivation. I don't want, it's very boring, it's very hard, it's not easy. So don't rely on motivation. Don't depend on your motivation to learn. Depend on the challenge you have between you and yourself. Because the challenge is not to reach that level, the final result, which is being expert or being able to do that thing, that being able to speak, being able to talk, being able to edit a video, being able to take a picture, being able to write. No. The challenge is that you can continue till the end. That you can continue through that journey. Even you are sick, tired, feeling bad, have some, life problems, you can continue. Because in the end, The real challenge, as I said, to reach the final step, to reach the final line, to reach it. Because millions of people, they started, but only like few reach it. And the challenge is not how hard it is or how motivated they were, but how, you know, how passionate and disciplined they were. And here, the discipline is not like being able to read or to practice them, not to read, I mean to practice the skill every day, one hour, 1 hour. No, discipline is not to not stop. That's the discipline. If you can study today for 3 hours, tomorrow for 10 minutes, it's okay. If you can learn today for the whole day and tomorrow you will learn for just 2 minutes, it's okay. The real challenge is that you should not stop, because once you stop, that's it. You cannot reach, so it's like you never started. Create projects, not only notes. I'm sure that when you are learning something, you are taking notes every time. Okay, I'm taking notes of this. Did I learn this today? I will learn this tomorrow. I have a schedule and so on. But try to turn this skill into a project. For example, if you are learning photography, try to create a small file in your a small document in your phone where you put all the picture you take. For example, if you learn writing, try to write articles and you publish them somewhere. I don't know, just on social media. If you want to learn to do marketing, try to create videos about diverse products and you publish them and you see how people would react. If you are learning English, try to record yourself speaking in English and you put everything in a file. Maybe you would be sharing that with your close friends on social media. Maybe you would be doing a public social media profile sharing what you learn, or maybe just for your own. So create projects, because projects can develop and can track your improvement. And this is one of the best structures and best strategies to learn and to keep you motivated, because projects are good for you and for your learning. Project can also expose the gaps in your knowledge. Sometimes you want to do a project, a portfolio created. For example, you want to publish you want to do marketing on social media, for example. Okay, that's good. You started doing marketing, but then, oh my God, I have an obstacle, I have a challenge. I don't know how to design this. I don't know how to add a logo in the top of the video. So this is the gap. Then you go and you look and you learn more. So by applying and creating projects, you can learn more. And second, you can record your improvement. You can know where are you and where you're heading and where were you before. And it can be something that you can start with for a business or anything. It's a project that you can show later on and you can be proud of. Teach what you learn. The best way to learn for real is to teach. The more that you are teaching, the more that you are learning. But because every time you teach someone what you learned, you find gaps in what you learned. Maybe that person might be asking you a question that you never asked yourself, and you find that you don't have an answer. Then you go and you look for the answer. You are learning more. So the person can find you gaps. And sometimes you want to make things simple, but you find yourself that you don't really understand. You imagine that you understand what you were talking about or what you learned. So yeah, it's also a good thing. What teaching is a skill, because you learn how to communicate, you learn how to develop, how to talk, how to give examples, and this makes you really, powerful with your skills and your knowledge. So you master the knowledge. You don't just know it, you don't just learn it, but you master it. Then you can use it in any context, in any situation, with anybody. Even it's a kid, it's an adult man, it's a professor, it's an expert in the field. You can be confident you know? And it helps also with the communication, so you can communicate your skills better, okay? And if you don't have people around you that would be listening to what you teach or what you will be teaching them, try to teach, just try. Try to record a video, explain like a tutorial. Try to explain to anything, like take your something that you like a stuff, and try to explain to staffs around you. Try to explain something very advanced to a kid, and you'll see it's gonna make a difference. And I can feel it, because when I was learning English, it's not the same as I'm teaching English. There's a huge difference between the two, because once I started teaching, I found gaps in my English and I found gaps in my communication, but I'm developing them, and I learned more than I learned in teaching, more what I learned in learning section. So yeah, try to teach, teach and teach and teach. And always ask for feedback. Feedback is very, very important from others. Show your pictures that you took as a photographer and ask people, what do you think about this picture? Is it good? Do it know? I think accept feedback of people, but yeah, ask for feedback. I've been teaching for 2 years, and till now I still ask my students about their feedback. How would you rate my session? You like it? You don't like it? What do you think that should be modified? And so on. Do you like my style? Do you like what I do? Everything like that. Always ask for feedback of the people, and don't feel like stressed about what people would say, because it is their opinion in the end. But expect people to say it's good, and expect people to say it's bad. Ask professors, like professionals, experts, people around you, your family, about what you do, and accept the feedback, because sometimes it's very real. They have real opinions, and these opinions might really help you a lot. Measure ability, not hours and time. A lot of people, they measure their ability, their learning by hours they studied. No, actually not. It's not about the hours, it's about what can you do. Maybe you studied for 10 hours, but there is no result, and maybe you studied for just 1 hour and you can do a lot. So always measure what you do, but what can you do after studying? What can you do after learning? Not how long you've been learning this thing. I can say that I've been learning Chinese for 10 years or for 5 years, but not the same as me. Like, okay, being learning for a long time doesn't mean that I speak perfectly. And like being able to learning for really short time doesn't mean that I speak in a bad way. So doesn't mean time has no relationship with your ability. So measure the ability, not the time. And every time ask yourself, can I do this? Can I speak now English? Can I say one sentence? Can I say two sentences in the same time, like one after the other? Can I do it? Okay? Don't say, oh, how many hours did I study? Okay, I just study for 1,000 hours so I can speak good English. And the end, you find yourself you cannot, and then you are shocked. So pay attention to this. And finally, I want to say that we are living in a world where you can find information everywhere. You can just go on Google and type anything and you find it. There is no challenge today to find information, but the challenge that we do have is how to learn it and how to apply it. So I did all this video, because I know that most of us, we always want to learn things, but we always look for trainings, we look for courses, we look for teachers, we look to learn something, because we don't have this ability to learn on ourselves. Now, I want to hear from you. What is the skill, or what was the skill that you always wanted to learn, and what is the skill that you want to learn now? And if you find it very helpful and you like it, don't forget to like it and to like it, to comment, to subscribe, and to share it with your friends. Thank you so much, and see you in my next video. Bye bye.